You're listening to WSTU Stewart.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
Opinions expressed are those of the show's host, not WPSL or WSTU or EXP Realty. Any reproduction or reuse of this program without the written consent of WPSL and WSTU is strictly prohibited. And now, welcome to My Dream Home Radio Show. Your chance to find your dream home with Eileen Simons and Paula Brady, or Paula Brady and Eileen Simons.
You were right.
At any rate, we're both here. Good morning, everybody.
Depending on which camera you're looking at. Oh.
Yeah, we thought every 6 months we would change chairs.
Yeah.
Switch just to make it look a little different.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah. So how are you?
Doing well.
Doing
thank
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you had a happy Father's Day, and I hope everybody out there who's a daddy had a happy Father's Day yesterday.
It was very nice.
Good.
It really was nice.
I'm
Yeah.
not a father, but I had a happy Father's Day too.
I'm told that the biggest activity on Father's Day is for dad to grill with nobody giving him advice.
No,
There you go.
that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. But
I
it was
like
a good
that.
day for
Yep.
moms
It's
because
probably what my
dads are
son-in-law
cooking.
did. Yeah, that's probably what my son-in-law did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now most of your family is still in Michigan, right?
My oldest son is in, actually, it is still in West Palm. He's getting ready to move. He just bought a place in Riviera Beach.
Oh, okay.
But everybody else is in Ohio and Michigan.
Where in Ohio?
Well, I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio,
Ah,
the Queen City.
Red Leg Country.
Absolutely.
The Reds.
Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
Yes.
That used to be a fun spot when I was with the Dodgers, because just on the other side of the bridge is Covington,
Yes.
which was the home of the most beautiful women in the world. But
We're not going there.
Well, the Dodger players did. That's
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
My grandma used to take me on the bus and we would go to Crossley Field
Oh my goodness!
on
yeah.
Sunday for baseball games.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling my age now, but I shouldn't do that.
Actually, we opened the season one year. When was it? Was it 90, I guess. And I did a special on what was Crossley Field, because the home plate is still there, and
Yes.
it's a monument.
Mhm.
You know,
Yes.
it's in the field there.
Yes.
And yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's some of the video of the old stadium is amazing. Yeah, yeah. So what's happening in your world of real estate? I presume it's
Well,
all quiet, nothing happening. And,
actually, it is slowing down just a little bit, but it's still crazy
What do you
compared to
mean?
what it used to be. I think the new normal is crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's
Right.
You know, you look at the national stats. It's like, oh my goodness,
It's
and we're growing so fast.
Yes.
down here.
Yes, we are. Before we introduce our special guest today, I want to make sure that everybody knows we are still in Florida celebrating Homeownership Month during the month of June. And as I announced last week, if you list your property with me before July 1st of this year, then you will get a pre-listing inspection that will be complimentary to you.
Oh, good.
And that's
Okay.
worth several $100s, depending on the size of your home. So
Wow.
we're always looking for more homes on the market because there aren't enough, and I don't see that changing anytime in the future.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
A couple of stats, which would have, if we had known these then, would have told us what was going to happen is these are stats that came out from the National Association of Realtors on Friday. And it says that vacation home sales rose in 2020 by 16.4%. Now that's nationwide.
Vacation home.
Vacation homes,
So those are second homes.
Right.
second homes. So I attribute that to two things. First of all, there are so many more baby boomers who are retiring or getting ready to retire.
Notice she's looking at me when she says that.
All I said was baby boomers.
Yeah.
And second of all, I think that people, even before the pandemic, started to think about making moves, making changes.
You know,
Right.
something else like that, CNBC on Friday also had that RV sales,
Oh, I can imagine.
they're up like 40 some
Through
odd
the roof.
percent. It's
Yeah.
what?
Right, through
Yeah.
the roof.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Wow.
A lot of
People can be
hitting the
much
road.
more mobile now,
Yeah.
you know, they're not tied down, except of course, where they're having a heat wave and they don't have air conditioning. Now they want to go back to the office to have air conditioning.
I love that. Yes. Yeah.
I heard that on Swap Shop this morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, that's so true. It really is. Amazing stuff.
So, talking about bidding wars, these are numbers from different metro areas in Florida. Cape Coral had 75% of their properties had bidding wars in May. That was the Cape Coral area.
Wow.
In the Tampa area, 69.1% had bidding wars in May, just down a little bit from 69% in April.
Wow.
Orlando had 64.4% bidding wars in May. Miami's is up. Everybody else's is down over April, but Miami is up 57.2% bidding wars in May.
Wow.
And Jacksonville had 34.4%
Amazing.
during the month
Wow.
of May. That's of their
Amazing.
total sales.
Oh, my.
So that means
It's-
multiple offers every place,
Multiple for sure. The last
every
one
place in the state.
that a lady I was working with put in about 2 weeks ago, I guess, was the last home she put an offer in on. There were 36 offers on the property.
And that was like their fifth offer
their
they
fifth
made, right?
offer, fifth home they put it.
36.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they still haven't gotten one yet.
Yep.
It's really crazy. It's just-
Wow.
it's a shame because she wants to move up here. Her family's up here and she wants to be up here, but we just can't find anything. And she's putting in over asking price offers as well, but it's not enough. So it's pretty sad. It's
She could buy our little 2-bedroom place for $2.5 million. Oh.
Yeah, I was talking to someone this morning. I said,
I would have to say that is a little unrealistic.
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you think?
Yeah.
It's tough telling sellers what they want is unrealistic, but that would be a little
That's-
unrealistic.
That's totally
Right.
absurd.
Lots
Right.
Oh, my.
of craziness.
Okay, so before we go any further, I don't want to waste any more time. We have a very special guest today, and I learned a lot when I met with this young man. His name is Cory Riley. He is the president of Riley Claims Consultants. He is a licensed public adjuster, and I really want to welcome him to the show. Good morning, Cory. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thanks for
Um,
coming on the show. We really appreciate it. I think you have great information to give to our audience out there.
Yes, I do, and I think it's much needed and it's perfect timing right now. I'm not sure if you guys see what's happening to Carolinas right now. If it ever happens to us, I want this content to be out there so they know we have somebody by their side.
Right. It gives people options also. They know they have somebody they can turn to.
Correct.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your company and how you got it started?
My company is Riley Claims Consultants. We're public adjusters. We service, of course, all of Florida and all of the multiple states, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, most of the states, South Carolina, North Carolina. And what we do is we represent policyholders, the insured, not the carrier. I worked on the carrier side for, I think, about 6 years. And then I realized that it was a different need, and there is another need that there was public adjusters to be out there that can actually help the homeowners when you're navigating claims. Either you go through a homeowner or you go through an attorney. So we're licensed through the state of Florida. We're licensed, bonded, insured through the Department of Financial Services. And our number one goal is to help you navigate throughout a claim. If a lot of people don't know, and I didn't know, and I still haven't filed a claim yet, believe it or not yet. I want to make sure it's nice when I do. But I go into so many homes, or I did when I was young, where everybody always had that pink bucket. And I think that pink bucket was the pink bucket from the hospitals. I don't know how they get them, but they always had that bucket under their sink
They send them
catching
home.
water.
Yeah.
or a pot. Yeah. So you have water damage and you're paying, which I found that a lot of homeowners have been paying for 20, 30 years owning a home and never, ever, ever filing a claim because they don't know how to read their policy, or if they do file a policies, the insurance company is going to give them a hard time, which is not always true. If you're paying for it, they're going to do it. And I'm thinking, if I'm paying you $2,000 now, it's probably $3,000 because everybody's premiums are going up, especially in Florida.
Right.
Why not put it in? I could take that $50,000 and put it into my college fund or something like that. But we're paying claims and we're afraid to put in a claim. For some reason, we're afraid of the carrier, which we should never be afraid of the carrier. The reason
That's the
why
whole purpose of our insurance is to insure us against losses, correct?
Correct. That's their whole number one goal. And they do a good job. Most of them do a good job. And it's not about them not doing a good job. Only time that you or feel, or I can't say only time, sometimes they just do whatever they want, but most of the time is you don't give them the documentation that's needed. So it's a certain time you got to file a claim. There's certain circumstances you got to do. So you can't say, hey, I have a water leak or a pipe leak in your kitchen. Oh, it's been going on for 2 years. Your policy says you have a certain amount of days, which is probably only like 3 days, to turn that claim in, or they're going to deny it. So, that's basically what I am, and that's how I learned about why the homeowners need us more than the carriers, because you can be denied by not following that policy, the guidelines, and what they demand.
And most homeowners don't have any idea about that kind of stuff. I would think. I don't. I wouldn't have known something like that.
That's why you got to know your policy, right?
Yeah.
You have to know your policy. And the crazy thing about these policies is I've been reading them for 6, 7 years, and they're written by lawyers, big time lawyers. They're paid a lot of money to make sure you don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
So until you hire a public adjuster or an attorney, you're never going to know what that policy actually really says. You just know you got coverage. And I walk into homes every day, all day. And the homeowners really, really don't understand their policies. Even when the agents write the policies, they don't even explain. Not all agents, but most agents don't even explain, or they probably don't even know how to read the policy. That it's you have to know how to read it, because if you don't, your claim is going to be denied if you don't abide by that policy. Policy is a policy. It's a legal law. It is what it is.
Right.
Right. Just like any other contract.
Right.
Correct. It's a contract. You signed it. That's
it. So you have to.
So can you just use a hypothetical situation, Cory, and tell us exactly what a public adjuster would do in a hypothetical situation for a homeowner?
Well, what I think what we do as a homeowner, for a homeowner, is we more navigate and we look through the policy. So most homeowners, and a lot of homeowners, especially here in Florida, are my age or the 40s and the 50s, and we never have time. We're working. We're baby boomers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Obviously you're working and because you're in your car today.
Yeah,
So I appreciate you taking time.
yeah, always working. And the benefit to us is public adjusters. There's many public adjusters. There's some good, there's some bad. But what we do great is we know how to read the policy because we've seen all of them or a lot of them, and we know how to keep you going. You as a homeowner, most homeowners work 9 to 5 these days, unfortunately, and they don't have time to take the phone calls from the insurance company or respond to their demand letters. And every time you get a phone call or a response of a demand letter, you have to respond in that time. So if I send you a letter and you just let it sit in the mailbox, or you just take that and you throw it in the garbage, your clock is ticking. They can deny your claim because you didn't respond how you were supposed to respond.
Wow.
So-
Well, and
don't
I
know
can
that.
understand that if people are working 9 to 5 and they can't take phone calls while they're at work and the insurance company is calling during work hours, then what in the world would
Correct.
they do?
I think most people are they can do the exact same thing that I do. They can't, not exact, not everything that I do. It's a lot more into the public adjusting world, but I think you can respond. You can give the company the information, but it's all about wording and how you say it. Even when, on the initial phone call, when you call in a claim, you have to make sure you give them the facts, details, or they're going to use it against you. They may deny the claim before even come and take a look at the claim. That's why I think most companies or most insured should, call a public adjuster. Let the public adjuster call a claimant, even if you don't even use them. I do this. I call in a lot of claims for homeowners, which they're not even my clients. I'll just call a claim in. That way they don't say something that may hurt them in the long run, because that first initial call is big. It's big. They got a good understanding if you're covered or you're not.
Oh, wow.
Do we send out our adjuster or we don't?
And that's who's going to hire you is an individual homeowner, correct?
Correct. Homeowner, commercial owner, the individual that owns the boat,
That owns the property.
Correct.
Now, is that just with homes? Or would that be even like automobiles or other recreational vehicles?
It's the same thing with automobiles. That's a whole nother industry that I never really got into, but it's the same thing. When you get in a car accident, what do? You call your insurance company right away.
Right.
And they're recording everything that you said.
Okay.
Everything that you say. So if you say one thing wrong, and then I got a few accidents in my books. I'm pretty good. I'm a traveler. I'm a storm chaser.
And we both have been through that recently.
Yeah.
Mine's finished, thank goodness. Paula's still going through it. So
Right. Mine
Okay,
doesn't go
okay.
into work until the end of the month, but
Hey, look good. Make sure that's a whole nother, because once you got a bodily injury or a car accident, somebody may get hurt.
right.
And that's a whole nother realm for me that I don't want to be in that legal issue.
Yeah. Now, fortunately,
Yeah.
no one was injured, so we're good there. But
Right.
it's
it's
just a
just the
car.
hassle of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Too many
Okay.
people driving too fast and not paying attention.
Too
We
close.
both
Correct.
got hit in the rear. So
Yeah.
Oh, you're great. You're good.
Yeah, except our cars are out of commission, but other than that, we're good. But back to the housing though. So if you have something that happens in your home, whether you think it's covered by your policy, you should call you and have you go over it and see whether it's something that's
Correct. I think you should give me a call. Most likely you should always, they're the one that has sold you the policy. So you should always give them a call. Sometimes the agents, not all agents, but some agents steers you away from putting in claims due to that. When you put in claims, they get dinged on their commissions. So if you can call me or send me a text message, I can come over or have a call and just see, is it actually worth putting in a claim?
I got
You
you.
know, how bad is the damage? If it's only $500 and you got a 500 deductible, don't put in a claim.
Yeah.
But if you have a pretty large loss, which everybody in Carolinas right now is being flooded,
That's
you
major.
definitely want to call a public adjuster. So you definitely, I take all types of phone calls. I don't know why, but I just try to answer the questions. And if I can't, I got resources to pass it on to. I don't know everything.
No. Well,
That was one thing that I was very impressed with when I met Cory. He belongs to my BNI networking group, and he really cares about people. Oh, and we have a Michigan connection, don't we, Cory?
Yes, we do. I am a Eastern Michigan. I think you guys were emus. I forgot what they called you guys, but I was the Eagle at Eastern Michigan. I played football there for about 4 years.
wow.
And that's a
awesome.
wonderful college.
Correct.
That's a MAC school, isn't it? Wasn't that?
That is a Mid-American Conference.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Huh.
There you go.
They've been doing pretty good. And my wife is from Ohio also, by the way. So that's probably one of the
yeah,
beautiful
that's the
women
other
that you've
connection.
seen over in Covington. But if I better not find out you were talking to my wife in Covington at a baseball game.
Uh-oh. You were getting in trouble earlier.
Oh no. What's her first name?
It's generic. Catherine.
So how did you end up in Michigan? You grew up there?
I grew up down in Delray Beach, Florida. I went to American Heritage School. I was a football player, and I went there on a scholarship. That's how I never left Florida in my life, and they offered me a scholarship.
In the snow belt.
I took it. And it was that first year was miserable. I actually left. I left because I showed up in January and they had us working out in the snow. And my parents made a mistake and gave me a credit card. And when they gave me a credit, I booked my own flight and I was back in the living room by 5 o'clock. And my parents were like, no, you made a commitment. You gotta go back.
Those are good parents.
Buy lots of long johns and socks and gloves. You'll be okay.
I had it all.
It's funny you mentioned that, Cory. Our morning guy, Mr. G, George Coles, his son was at Jensen Beach High School pitcher. And as it turned out, we happened to be broadcasting that game, but it was also telecast on St. Lucie County television station. So all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, the athletic director at Jensen Beach gets a phone call from the Upper Peninsula of
I remember hearing
Michigan.
that. I thought, man, he's in Marquette.
Wow.
Little tiny school in the Upper Peninsula. So anyway, long story short, it was a Division III, so they don't have athletic scholarships, but they said, hey, you pay for the books and we'll pay for everything else. And,
Correct.
he went 4 years up there.
Wow.
He just, and as it turned out, there was a lady softball player from West Palm and another one from Hialeah. So the three South Florida kids hung out together in Upper Michigan.
Yeah. Trust me, when I was coming out, a lot of guys, all the schools in the MAC recruit Florida. Everybody can recruit Florida, Texas, and California. That's where they recruit. And Western Michigan, in my class, they brought in 25 kids from Florida in 1 year.
Wow.
All because, and how do you get them to commit? Because we knew nothing. We don't care about snow. We never seen it. We can do whatever we want. We think we're the biggest and baddest. But they probably lost about 15. They kept 10. That weather is a whole nother level.
Stick it out though. That's good.
Well, Cory, you touched on something a second ago. Talk to your agent. Well, the big question now that a lot of people are dealing with the web services, if you will.
Right.
So there are no agents, right?
Yeah, that's tough.
Correct. A lot of them are dealing with the web services, but I know for sure there's many agents that would actually consult you. I can walk into any agency office that they will consult me on a policy. I actually had a meeting with an agent the other day, and we're talking about a claim, and I couldn't figure out how to navigate it. What would be the cause of loss? And he actually said, hey, this is probably the best approach to go instead of going this route because they're going to deny it for this, but this is actually, it was collapse. So there's a policy term in there that says collapse because it was like a sinkhole and the house is starting to crack. You got cracks all down the side of the walls.
Wow.
So I was like, wind didn't do that.
No.
Water didn't do that. The house is starting to collapse. So you can't use sinkhole because sinkhole, you got to sink. But he said there's a clause that says collapse and you use that. And actually the insurance company took it. So there's a lot more to know about these policies. And it's just the way the attorneys write them that's why attorneys are, I'm not sure if you guys ever, the attorneys are huge in this insurance game.
Oh,
for
yeah.
public.
Well, and that to me is a good example of why face-to-face contact and having a real person to depend on is much better.
Yeah.
Correct. Yep, I'm actually I'm sending down. Not, I'm probably gonna get claims in Carolina, but I'm sending down our truck and our RVs with 8 people, and we're just gonna set up tents, and we're just gonna be able to give free advice, cook some food for the people that are displaced right now, can't find a hotel, and just try to guide them in the right direction. We'll probably see 100 people and only get 20 claims, but we actually want to review your policy.
People.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
I'm helping 100 people. And they're going to call me. They're going to end up calling me back once the insurance company denies the claim or whatever. Right.
And you're giving them information that they never even knew was an option for them.
Right. Exactly.
That's
the number one goal.
Yeah.
Yes. That's wonderful. Awesome. So, are licenses for public adjusters state specific, or is it like an appraiser where you also take your national certification along with your individual state licensing?
Well, yes, licensing, you have to have, there's 2 licenses. There's one that's called a 620, which is an all lines adjuster, which we can do multiple things. We can do auto, we can do this, we can do multiple things. It's a very not time consuming class that you can go and take and you can get that license, and that's who works for the carrier. Okay. Then after you get that license, you have to get that license and you have to hold it for a certain amount of time. I think it's 6 months now. And once you have it and you're appointed for 6 months, you can get your public adjuster's license after passing a test, another test, which very, very extensive. You got to pass that test. This is all through the Florida Department of Financial Services. Okay. And you have to be bonded. I think I have to have $1 million bond. Then I have E&O insurance.
Right.
It's a lot more you have to be a public adjuster, but it's nothing crazy. Continuing education every 2 years. I have to do, I think it's 24 hours. But does bond and insurance, everything, and the state watches everything and they see everything. Especially when it involves a public adjuster. They're watching that. They don't want anybody to be screwed. I'm not sure if you guys seen any of the stories. If you type in public adjuster, some of them are taking checks and they disappear. So if a big storm come by, like any hurricane that comes by where it's got millions of homes, these hurricanes, these public adjusters were back in the day, not anymore because the state's all over it. They were taking millions of dollars and disappearing. So,
just like bad contractors.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we ran into that when the twin sisters hit Jensen Beach in 2004, and within 2 weeks of each other, and then the year later, Wilma came from the other side of the state. So yeah, we ran into some of those. Yep.
So now we have Cory to depend on because
there you go. Yeah.
Correct. And I work with a certain amount of contractors, restoration companies, roofers that I know that are ethical. And 9 times out of 10, what I look at is you can't leave and steal my people's money because you got kids. There's no way you can hide all the kids. You ain't, so be ethical. Fix these people houses. You're getting paid really, really good money.
Right.
So do your job. Don't try to run away with people's money. That's the biggest thing I have to explain to all my clients is if I refer, I'm with you the entire time until that job is done, because they'll never give me a referral again if the contractor runs off that I introduced them to. So
Right. Sure. Right. Exactly.
It's your reputation.
It is.
right.
So before we go any further, why don't you give us your contact information, Cory?
Again, my name's Cory Riley. My phone number is 561-877-3711. My website is Riley, Riley claims, that's plural, group.com. So that's RileyClaimsGroup.com. My email directly is Cory@RileyClaimsGroup.com. We have several mailing addresses. I don't know if I want to put that on here, but it's you can have one that's 59424 Wolverine Boulevard and Port St. Lucie, Florida 34986.
Yes, you recently moved up here to Port St. Lucie, right?
Correct. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So just to go back over that, it's your phone is 561-877-3711. Your well, no, is that an email? RileyClaimsGroup.com. That's an email, or that's a website?
That's a
That's your
website.
website.
That's our
Okay.
website.
I'm sorry. Okay. And then your email is Cory, and it's Corey. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Cory@RileyClaimsGroup.com. Okay, that's great. And your mailing address 59424 Wolverine Boulevard, Port St. Lucie. And it's 34986.
That is correct.
All right, we've got the information. That's excellent. Thank you, Cory.
Thank you.
So Cory, I know you have a really busy schedule. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary, but before we go today, what one message would you like to leave with everybody listening today?
Always today, reason why I'm making this message, always today, document. Take 20 minutes or 30 minutes and walk around your house with a video camera or just take pictures of everything you have, due to the fact that a hurricane's going to get hit. A lot of these people in South Carolina just got flooded and they have none of their documentation, video camera. So we don't know what type of TV they had. We don't know what type of bed, where it came from. They don't know. So if we have those pictures, and I do it every month or every other month, and just put it in a hard drive, document your purchases. If you have a $5,000 TV or a $2,000 TV or $5,000 bed or anything that's expensive that's in your house, video, take pictures. Now is the time, and get ready for hurricane. Make sure your generators are ready to go. Make sure you have your emergency contacts by your side. Get some gas in your garage. I know it's crazy pricing right now with the gas, but put like 2 or 3 tanks in your garage just so your generators will be ready to go. Propane tanks and grill. Get propane tanks, because if you run out of power, FPLs are good. They're probably the best in the world. But if power go out, you still got to cook, especially if you got kids. You got no choice. Everybody's got to eat. And you just need to make sure you prepare yourself. Don't get caught off guard, because FEMA is going to take time before they get here to help. And they can only help so much.
Right.
Right.
That's
Right.
great advice. Yeah. And I've always heard put your valuables and most important papers, like your insurance policies and so forth,
Correct.
something waterproof. And
Correct.
A hurricane box.
there you go. A
That's
hurricane box.
we've
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
them. We've got one here in the
hurricane
office,
box.
and we've got one at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always need a hurricane box. You got to have a hurricane box. And then the second best advice that I could tell you is call me before, after, or during, anytime you have a claim. I'll be happy to talk to you, be happy to visit with you. And I'm sure if we can't do business together, you know someone that I can help for sure.
Excellent.
Right.
Thank you. I'm glad I've got your number.
No problem.
Okay, Cory, thank you so much for visiting with us. Hopefully we'll get you back on the show again. I know there's a lot of other subjects we didn't cover today, but next time you come back, we'll continue with our conversation. Okay.
Right. I'm sure I'll be calling you as soon as that hurricane hit before. I'm going to be calling you like 2 weeks before, like, hey, can I get on the show again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
absolutely.
Well, and this time of year, it's perfect for this, right before
Sure.
or the very
Correct. Right
beginning of
before this,
hurricane.
this was like great time. Great
Right.
timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you headed to the Carolinas now?
My team is headed to the Carolinas. I'm actually running over to Tampa because I got to take a trailer and get a whole bunch of tarps because I got to take I buy pallets of tarps and I put them all over the state of Florida and I just sit on them. So now I got to go over there, pick those up so I can
Wow.
take them over so the guys can actually tarp the roof.
That's
Well,
awesome.
that makes a lot of sense,
Boy,
though,
yeah.
that you have certain locations. It sounds a lot like the way FPL positions
Correct,
their trucks
correct.
and stuff.
Right.
That's
Yes.
excellent.
I
Wow.
wish and if you guys ever see the way FPL works, I'm going to get going, but if I could ever be on their level, actually, when the last storm was coming here, I think it was last year, and I was just moving down, FPL right here in Port St. Lucie off of Bayshore,
Yeah.
they had 100 trucks ready to go
Yeah, they did.
now,
Yep.
not later. They got them ready to go now to get you back power.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how you're supposed to respond.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're everywhere. So if they had 100 here, they had 100 in Palm Beach, they had 100 in Broward,
Right.
and everybody's going to be back going. That's the kind of care we
organization.
need.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
definitely. Definitely. Well,
Okay. Thanks again, Cory. I really appreciate your time today. Have a wonderful rest
problem.
of your week. And
Thank you.
kiss those babies at home. He's got twin
I-
babies
I
at
w-
home.
I will. Yeah, I will. And I definitely was on a grill and at the park. Like it wasn't. This is not.
Yesterday.
This is not an anniversary where you're supposed to go out to eat and be spoiled. No, you got to cook, clean. Like, oh, man, this ain't no holiday.
Happy Father's Day, Cory.
yeah.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. But I took it. I spent a lot of time with him yesterday. So
Oh,
that's good.
that's awesome. Well,
Oh, good. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
have a
Wonderful
wonderful
day.
Thank
week.
you.
Now go home
Thank
and
you.
clean the grill. Oh,
I know. I just did this morning, actually. That's funny. All right.
ready
Take
for
care.
the next one.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Soon.
Cory.
All right. Bye-bye.
be
Thank you.
safe out there. All right. Wow. Good guy. Wow.
Excellent information.
Nice
Boom.
young man,
Yeah.
just
Well-
very genuine, very honest and open and cares about people. And I was really impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Class guy. And the real sad part of his conversation is that, when you're talking to your insurance company, that you have to worry about parsing words,
Right.
because that thing's being recorded. Wow.
And you could inadvertently cause yourself
Yes.
a lot of distress and anguish because of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Oh.
a shame that companies work like that. You're paying them so much money to cover things, and then when you need them, they're not there, or they'll pick and choose what you tell them to be able to deny you.
Yeah.
That's a shame. He's a very smart young man. Nice to know
Mhm.
that's the person to speak with. for
Yeah. I'm
sure.
keeping that number. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Florida raised.
That's excellent.
How about that? Wow.
Yep.
So we got about 15 minutes left.
Well, we still got a lot of things to talk about.
I know. You always do.
Paula's going to give you some of the listen to me again. Paula's going to give you
Listings.
properties on the market.
Right. And we're going to, I guess, go from south to north in the area here. We're going to start first with property in Hobe Sound. It's a single family. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. It says 3 bedroom suites. So each bedroom has their own bath, it looks like, with a separate den and office, gas and solar heated pool and spa, and a large 3-car garage. whole house generator. So if you do have a hurricane, you'll have your own electric until
Oh, like the
Florida
big
power
Generac
comes.
type thing. Yeah.
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 So a very nice home. It's in Hope Sound, and they're asking 749,000.
Sounds like a big house. How
Big
many
house.
square feet?
For living square feet is 3,235.
So that's a good size house.
Yeah, very
That's a
very
big
nice size
house.
house.
Yeah.
Total square foot 4,346. So that would probably include your pool and cage,
Garage. Yep. All that
garage,
stuff.
all that good fun stuff.
Right.
So then we're going to come up north just a little bit further to Stewart. This is a condo in Stewart, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,005 square feet, and they're asking 150,000. So that is a very good price for a nice condo here in Stewart. So if you're interested in taking a look at that, give us a call. Also, a little further north, we're going to go to Port St. Lucie, and we have a single family home in Port St. Lucie that is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,578 square feet. Total footage 3,715. It has a pool, and they're asking 285 for that. So
Wow.
pretty
That sounds
good
like a really
price.
good deal with a pool.
Yeah, yeah. So that one is here in Port St. Lucie. Give us a call if you want to take a look at that. Then we're gonna hit Fort Pierce and on to Vero. We have a condo in Fort Pierce. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,337 square feet, a total square footage of 1,807.
That's big for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah, good size. And right now the asking price for that is 179.9. So, and it does look like it's a villa. It's like all on one level. So, but it is considered a condo. So that's in Fort Pierce. Give us a call. We'll take a look at that. Then we're going to go up to Vero. This would be a very nice little starter home. It's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 888 square feet. So probably enough room for two. Maybe not a lot more, but a nice place to start out if you need a starter home. And they're asking 185 for that home. And that's in Vero. So give us a call. We'll be glad to look for something for you, anything you're looking for, and see if we can find it.
And the MLSs that we belong to, just to remind everybody, we cover a large portion of Florida's East Coast. We can go, our MLSs cover all the way basically from Sebastian down to Fort Lauderdale. So it's a big area.
Yeah. So I haven't chosen homes in a lot of the other areas, but we can find anything for you in all the counties. So give us a call.
Well, and everybody's moving here, so it's
amazing.
it's crazy.
It's amazing.
How many calls do you get from South Florida? Do you think from
Percentage wise, I'd say probably like I was at the office doing paperwork yesterday, and I had a very nice lady walk in from down south. So I'm going to say probably 50% of our business comes from down south.
I'm not surprised.
Down south or
I
up
am
north.
not
So one of the
surprised.
two
Yeah,
different
well,
places. Yeah.
The up north has been that way for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's the down south that's really
Yeah.
seems
There's
to
a lot
be
of people
changing.
coming. up
Right.
Well,
And
kinda
the
like
reason they
Cory,
want to,
like
the
Cory,
reason they want to is because they don't like the prices down there, and they don't like the crowds.
Yeah.
crime
Too
and
much
congestion.
traffic.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we still have a little space up here. So hopefully we'll find room for
There
it.
you go.
Actually, we have a lot of space up
Yeah.
here. We are very fortunate.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of
So,
places to build still.
Yes. Oh, no doubt about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a fun article to talk about today. It's check out the top 10 buyer priorities in a house. This is just out. This was from National Association of Realtors article, which came out on Friday. And it talks about, and I'm curious to know if you have the same thoughts as this article does. The number one top priority for buyers is a quiet location.
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 28%. which was the highest percentage on here.
Wow. Okay.
Updated kitchen was next. That's 25%.
Really?
Really?
the kitchen is the heart of the home.
Yeah, because you know,
Well,
Everybody
so
so
hangs out
many
in the
people
I
don't
get
want to
that.
deal with the construction. They want the kitchen to be
be
done when they
done.
move in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third is a garage. That's 24%.
Yeah, to put all your extra junk. That's what.
Yeah,
It's
some
about
Wait a
to
minute,
pay
have
for
you been
Some
to-
cars.
people don't have cars parked in their garage.
I
They have stuff in their garage.
Exactly.
Have you been to our place? Oh.
Ours has stuff.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
This is a biggie that has really moved up the list in the last several years. Outdoor living area,
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
very nice.
20% one. And remember, this is nationwide, not just in Florida. So outdoor living area is a big priority. Space for pets is another big priority.
What,
that
they don't just take over the house like at my house?
They're all over our couch.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's amazing. They have their own room.
sometimes
Oh man, that
Their
my
own
pets are
space
not
in the
that
yard?
spoiled.
their own space in the yard.
Oh, that makes sense too. Yeah, yeah.
I was in a house one time where they had a workout room for the pets.
Oh my goodness.
oh, brother.
The room was literally dedicated and had different
Levels.
levels of things that the cats and dogs could exercise on every day.
Treadmill for the poodle.
I guess so. Don't tell my animals. They're
No.
not getting that. No.
So that's 18%, actually. That's a
Wow.
big percentage.
That's amazing. I wouldn't have thought
Yes.
that. That's
Damn,
amazing.
that's shocking.
Yeah.
Updated bathrooms.
I can see that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's 19%.
yeah.
Home office is 17%. Remember how many people are working from home now
Yeah.
that didn't used to be?
I'd love to see that figure 2 years ago.
Oh, I
And see-
know.
and see what it. Yeah.
What-
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
difference
cool?
it-
Yeah, a
Yeah.
big difference. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll bet it was no more than 10% 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
bet it even increases over the next few years as well.
And
Well,
broadband internet capabilities is the same as home office, 17%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And not that it's absolutely the bottom, but it's the bottom of the top 10 requirements for homes now is an open floor plan.
See,
That used to
yeah.
be number 1,
Huh. Yeah, that's amazing.
And it's now number 10.
and now it's number 10, 16% want an open floor plan.
Wow. Well, the more you're home, the more you realize that everybody in the same space is not always a good idea. You need some privacy
That's true.
for your
Well,
office
Yes.
and
that's
that kind of thing.
okay.
And you know how the
So-
pendulum always swings? It can
Yeah.
only swing so far and it starts coming back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this next statistic says what's more, 65% of buyers surveyed said they were considering their extended family when they shopped for a home.
Yeah. Well, we had to do that. We did that.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, if mom or dad comes to live with you or something
Or
like
both.
that,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
all the above.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yep. Nearly a quarter said they plan to buy near family members, and a fifth of them, which is 20%, said that they would have extended family living with them full time.
Yeah. That's happening a lot more now, I think. But
And as the economy tightens up more and more, you know, there's only so many dollars in a family to go around.
Sure.
right.
So
Well,
I thought that was a really cool article.
yeah.
And
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
any of our articles we have, if you want a copy of them, I'm happy to forward a copy to you. So you can just send us an email. Paula, what's our email address?
there you go. mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com.
Right. Just send us an email and we'll be happy to forward these articles to you. You can reach us on the phone at 772-200-5105. Our website is mydreamhomeusa.com. And we will be redesigning our website to have a lot more information on it there for you. We're going to be putting a lot of extra things that will be good information for you. We also have, I mean, everybody has a list nowadays to be prepared for hurricanes, but we also have a hurricane list. If you don't have access to one, text or email us, and we'll be happy to forward a copy of hurricane preparedness
Yes.
list.
Very good.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. And, and for the newcomers who might be listening to this area, keep in mind, you'll say, oh, that one went to the Carolinas. Another one went to someplace else. We're not going to hit our real heart of the hurricane season until September, October.
Right.
So keep that in mind, folks. And this
Right.
is the time to prepare.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. And people who think it will never happen to them, that you live near a coast in Florida. So at some time or another, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
When.
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully it's a long time away, but still you have to be ready. You have to be
Right.
ready.
Yeah.
Right.
And the one real good thing that Cory mentioned is, and the one thing that has changed dramatically since 2004 and 5 is the FPL preparedness.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
They've hardened those power poles. They've done all sorts of things.
Right.
And
right.
and the staging of vehicles is mind-boggling.
It is. It's
Yes. And I
phenomenal.
can tell you, just in the 6 years that I've been here full time, their response time has increased so much more.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Definitely. And don't forget to take your videos of all your possessions.
Well,
That
and
is a
that's-
fabulous idea.
Boy,
Yes.
I fall short on that. And
Yeah.
folks, you can do that on your phone now too.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
And if say, oh, I don't have a video camera. Yeah, you do.
You've got
It's
to
and it's pretty
on
good
your phone.
quality. It's good
Yeah. And these new
quality.
phones, I mean, they have like 3 lenses on them. What in the world you'd need that for? I don't know, but 3 lenses.
Yeah, slow-mo of my new television or something. I don't know.
Well-
Anyway, thanks for being with us today. Our phone number is 772-200-5105, and our team is growing. So if you're interested in joining, let us know.
Have a great day.
And what's the website address again?
The website is www.mydreamhomeusa.com.
All right. Well, have a good day.
All right,
Thanks, you too.
You're listening to My Dream Home Radio Show right here on WPSL Port St. Lucie, talking the Treasure Coast webcaster to the world, and WSTU, Martin County's Heritage Station.